Hey guys, good morning everyone. It's January 22, 2021 and it's 1:30 in the morning. So, welcome to our daily stock market insight. So, even though this is the 22nd of January, but I am going to cover January 21st performance. So, treat it like a pre-open of January 22 stock market insights. Okay, I am Miss JD, by the way, if this is your first time to watch my video. I'm Miss JD. I do review stocks in the Philippine market. Likewise, I also check out stocks in the US market once in a while if you guys would like to request that. And having said that, allow me to share to you again my form of relaxation, your lovely comments over here. Um, so let me just go through very quickly your request and some of the feedback I got from you from my yesterday's video or from my video yesterday. So Van said APX is going down today. No, let me see that. I'll check that one for you. Thank you very much, Miss JD, for including VRN. OV, please, from Benjamin. Okay. Thank you, Miss JD. Regarding your Patreon, what are the advantages, ma'am, if we join your Patreon community? I'm just starting it, so normally I would just post my research there, my the stocks that I feel are going to progress or will have a promising setup. Of course, the outlook or the treatment that I have there would really be more on the position traders mindset. So if you also have the same outlook and same profile as me, then that Patreon community is also recommended. I recommend that. Um, yeah, and one difference between this, because anyone can just request their stock from this portal, of course, from YouTube. You may also do that there. But either way, guys, whether you become a member of my Patreon or not, whoever asks a question, I try my best to answer. So that I think that's the main that's the overall mantra that I have here. If you want, though, to have a more personalized communication with me, then Patreon would be the best route. I can review if you would like me to check out your stocks, how to go about your stocks. I can give some pointers if you like. Anything is, that community is very flexible, and don't expect a lot because I only have very few members yet. So, in terms of the engagement rate, so I'm waiting for you guys. So the more members we have, then the livelier the community is. So maybe that's something you can consider too. Um, Lenny, yeah, abangers ng analysis mo. Yes. Magandang araw ulit, Miss JD Arlene. Yeah. So thank you for those people who dropped a comment so far. I only have a few requests, but definitely same treatment. I go to my Instagrams here, and then I check out all the stocks, and then I sort the highly traded stocks for the day. We start with the index, all right? So if this is your first time to watch my video, guys, I'm inviting you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated every single day with the latest videos that I have. Okay, so we were ready in the past few days. The moment the candlestick started to trigger below the MA20 line, my sentiment towards the index is starting to become on the bearish side. And I feel that this could still happen, right? So I would still like to stick to my outlook, which is around the 7,000 level. That's the nearest area it will challenge first. This one, because you have your support over here and previous resistance over here. And so, um, chances are the blue chip companies are still going to move a little bit slower this time, still on the slow side. Um, and probably some of them will be declining, who knows, right? But we are going to check out these stocks individually, so we could take action more appropriately. All right, so let us start with APL. Okay, APL over here. So we've been at the overbought level for quite some time now, and then you have this massive sell-off that happened. I'm not sure if this is the flooring price and then it just recovered. Yes, looks like it. So it even reached the flooring price. Before, the flooring was 50% from the opening price. Now it's just down to 30%, which is better. So what happened here is that we got a bounce. So hopefully, what happened here is just going to validate the support level that we've forecasted in the past. I was conservative at this area, and I was thinking that if it is going to drop, then hopefully it will just go and bounce around the 29. Yesterday I was even hoping, I hope it doesn't reach that level, but it did. Well, I have something for you guys. I am going to create a different video because I did something really awesome this day with my APL position. So shortly after this, I'm going to record another one. I'll have a different title. It's a case study. Yeah, I'm gonna have that segment for the trades that I'd like to share, where you can get some insightful, learnings. So yeah, what I can say here is that it's good that for me, all right, for those people who may have entered at a lower base here, this is an opportunity to buy some more. If it is going to drop, I'm thinking it's just going to either retain here, and the farthest it could go would be around the 0.22 area. That's the MA20 line, 21.21 or 0.22 there. So key levels to watch out for. You had for several days, price was just stabilizing at this area. Also here, when it increased, then it retested the previous support, and then it moved higher again. So it's fine. Okay, that's how we play our game here. It A stock could go higher and then it would retrace, and at least it would go back to the healthier levels of our RSI, right? Maybe it will just stabilize around the 60 level. That's fine, and then it moves up. But for now, I'm not expecting a lot. We could have long wicks again, but base would be, or the support would be around 0.29 and then continue to move up. So if tomorrow, if that will happen in just the span of a day, then even better. Like this one, it touched that level and then moved up. So I'm thinking the fact that it bounced within the day, people felt that this area is already, cheap level, and so they started pushing the price again. Okay, what about BSC? BSC, I would have to say this was a strong, solid downfall in the price. So I'm thinking it could go back to the 0.90 area, because there was an attempt here to touch the area twice. However, you had some gap ups that happened here, so we don't really know if the price will revisit these key areas. So we're not going to jump from one point to the other. We have to respect these levels because there was an attempt to create a support at that area. Now, if you'd like to measure it and really understand the key areas where a price could potentially drop and bounce, you can do a um, Fibonacci retracement. So look, slightly slight difference in the price. Let me just see that. Okay. So there. So the lowest point, I used the body of the candlestick to where we had the lowest point. You had your stabilization here, and then the body is also up to here. So it broke this line. It broke the one, the 0.382, and now approaching the zero point 0.5 level. And what we can see here is that next area where it could potentially bounce indeed is around the 0.88, 89, which is the area where I plotted it prior to the Fibonacci setup. So let me just erase my there. Let me also erase this so that we just have one line. So it could drop up to here or up to here. Lowest drop could be up to this level. So overall, regardless, what I am seeing for BSC is a possible continuation going down. But mind you guys, if you're interested, and again, I'd like to emphasize what I said from the previous day, there are cheap stocks. For instance, APL is still a very cheap stock at the moment. I'm not saying you cannot enter stocks like this. My reminder to you guys is that we have to understand what is influencing the price. If you're like the previous days, the stock was moving higher. Now, did we ask ourselves, what is the catalyst for the stock? Why is the stock um, moving so high? My inference here is that Basic Energy Corporation could be venturing in renewable energy. But don't quote me on that because I haven't seen the news. Maybe there are a lot of speculations here in Instagram, especially in the social media feed of Instagrams. But you also have to do your research and really validate whatever info you read. So we don't know. I personally have not read any big or any major catalyst for the stock. So this is just a normal reaction. People were profitable, especially the big players, and so they're taking profit. Hence, we will have to anticipate key levels where it could potentially bounce. But in just in case, I'm right. I'm thinking they're into renewable energy. So, for instance, we go check BSC here. Let's find out. But one thing, guys, I've seen this so many times. When a stock has a flooring price or a significant drop or even a significant change in the price, chances are there's a reverse reaction the next day. So let's see, maybe it is going to continue and then drop and then move up within the span of a day. So I'm anticipating for these stocks to have long wicks again by tomorrow. Okay, let's see BSC here. Why are you so popular in the past few days? Turn a setback into a comeback. Possible bounce 145. If mag-sell si Tower Asia Sectem sa muna BSC. Bukas malalaman sino sa inyo ang may matibay na damdamin. Gusto mo bang... Okay, no news. They're just venting out. Energy to remain affordable amid transition to renewable source. So yeah, see, this could be it. Next, let's talk about Dito. All right, Dito. I have an experience here today. So I was already anticipating for the stock because for most part of the day it was just declining, and then it started moving higher around 11 o'clock. Now I was I already placed an order 10.50. 10.50 I had it there, but guess what? It only reached 10 cents. 10 cents. So because key levels could be an area, so it could be slightly higher or slightly lower. Now if you feel, so I think I was too kuripot with my entry price. um, One lesson learned here is that if if you feel that the stock could potentially bounce, what is 10 cents, right? Which later on I'm going to share with you because I will relate that to my APL trade. Okay, so well, that's a missed opportunity. Nevertheless, we're back to the levels where we wanted to be. So this is a solid bounce, very near your MA20 line. So that's for me. I can sense a continuation to the upside later today. Okay, for now, if you have a good base, I'd say between 1086 to 1210 is still fine. Still a good entry. And then wait for it to just climb up some more. Okay, but for now, 1086. If the market will give us a chance around 1086, I think I will just have to grab it. I'll add more volume here. Nice bounce for PHA. PHA managed to go as low as 195 today, and then it managed to bounce same day. So that's a good shot there. Tomorrow, what I can sense is that we will still have long wicks, right? For those people who may have missed 195, probably around the 2 peso level, um, save yourself from that. Like what I said in detail, I missed that opportunity because I was too um, meticulous with the up to the cents level when I trade. So if you want to secure yourself a position, um, let's say we're plotting 195 as our support, then you can probably put a buy order in between 195 and 230. That way you can be sure because you know that you have a solid conviction for the stock anyway, right? So 2 peso level so that it could be reached. The chances of it being reached is higher, of course, than the 195. And just a reminder as well, while it's true that we're very particular with the technicals because this is really the main essence of my daily videos, um, please do your research because the fundamentals will tell you which stock to engage in, and then just the technicals will just tell you when to get in. So you probably that's the reason why we have a watch list because you read the background of the company, you read the potentials and the plans of the company. If you like them, put them in your watch list. If it's not yet time to buy, then just closely monitor it, right? So that's the point. Um, so having said that, technicals will tell you when. But if you're just a few cents away, I think that's not a big issue. Get in if you can secure your slot faster there. So 195 is the nearest support. Just FYI on that. AR also had a solid drop in the price, but this has already been the second day So the chances of it just stabilizing within the area, I'm a little bit conservative here. Um, Maybe I'm thinking it could go back to as low as 0.0050, and it will continue to move up. So FYI, guys, um, this was one of the riskier trades I engaged in, and today I entered around the 0.0061. I don't know, 0.0063. Okay, so I entered right there. However, I actually did two test buys here. Very small amount because I just want to test it out. I want to take advantage of the big drop coming from the 0.0128 down to 0.0060 or this area. That's already a solid drop. So normally we will experience uh, a reverse reaction in just a few days, 1 to 2 days. Look what happens here, right? Sometimes you have a solid green, then it goes red again. Green and it goes red. And then, of course, after the red, it recovers. After the red, it starts to recover. So normally that's how it is. After the big red, stock starts to climb again. So that's what I'm banking on. So see this, actually same here. Red, and it's starting to climb again. So I just did some test buys here. And what's my conviction? It's just the chart. I know that I've reached a massive drop here. In fact, my position is on the riskier side because today it was a solid red. Now looking at it again, I just feel like it could still drop up to the 0.0051. And yeah, that's for me that's a trade I have already anticipated in terms of the wait time. I'm expecting for it to go back up in what, a week or two. We might see it could even start with some smaller climb there, but um, my entry, I had two entries here. One would be the 0.63 and one would be the 0.74. It was a bit higher. Okay, all right. I was expecting that it could drop and bounce at this level, but after I entered, it managed to around 30 to 45 minutes. It managed to climb up, but for some reason, all of a sudden, almost all the stocks dropped almost at the same time. Can't remember if it was around this time. Maybe around this time. Oh no, maybe around this time. Or here. I can't remember around what time, but see that it was at the oversold level. So something to check out in the coming days is or AR on my port. I'm gonna update you guys. MRC, MRC, nice bounce. So we thought it was really going to drop. Ooh, wow, this is a good opportunity. MRC has been um, excelling in the past how many days now, and this is really a good chance, right? While the price was moving higher, I was thinking there will be no chance at all for the price to go back, and it actually gave everyone a chance today. 0.58. So what I can say here is that the fact that it ended and rested around the MA20 line, then the chances would be really for the stock to continue moving up. I feel like at the moment it is sitting at a support, so we could have sideways first. But in case it goes back to this level around the 0.58, this was just out of my radar this day. 0.58, if it goes back to that level, I think that's a good area to do just buy. And if it drops again, because I know I exited this stock around the 0.50 something, if I'm not mistaken. My average here was around the 0.30 something. So I exited too early, but well, I was able to lock in good gains there. So 0.58, second support area. All right, ACEN. ACEN is now um, starting to trigger your MA20 line, but we're not safe. We're not super safe yet because we have not officially crossed the MA20 line. However, we had a gap up today and it just remained at that level. We have a foreign buying. The volume started to increase and we're already at the 0.50 area. So it was consolidating at this level. So tomorrow or later today, if the stock does a gap up once again, crossing this time the MA20 line, then I would have to say there will be more opportunities for this stock to move even higher. So that's my sentiment for this. Just watch out. The moment it crosses the MA20 line, you'll have more. For now, if in case there will be some retracements or some sideways movement, our support level is sitting at around 6.38. That's the support area I'm looking at. This stock has a good catalyst. Okay, so that's why I'm confident. I was not chasing this. Well, the rest of the world was so excited about this client. I've accepted the fact that that was not for me at all. I have not, I have not joined the bandwagon while they were riding this stock. So I waited when the stock dropped. I entered, and then this is where I entered. I'm not sure if I took profit here. No. I'll just check my portfolio, but definitely this January 13, if you watched my video, I entered right here, and sure enough, it's starting to climb up. Maybe I can create another case study of my trade for ACEN. But watch out for my next video. It'll talk about APL and yeah, ACEN. ACEN was part of it. Yeah, check that out. I'm gonna record that today. ACEN. So that's for ACEN. ABA, you have a gap down, a gap up that happened here, and we're just partially filling that gap. So the chances of it dropping some more would still be present. I'm thinking it might close the gap first before it goes up again. That would be around 0.90 level. Okay, so just hang in there. I have a feeling we'll just have a long wick again today and then recovery. I just have a feeling. Let me just check the other stocks, but don't quote me. I cannot say anything unless I see these charts. 0.90, that's our support area. That's the nearest support I see. You're very near that. Merrimart is just stabilizing. We're at the still at a support area. It's actually strengthening the support level at the moment. So this could be around the 7.09 area. You have a 12.4 million on foreign buying. So that's a good one. So I'm thinking there's a big chance that, we will continue to move higher and higher in the coming days. BDO. Okay, so this is the stock that I want to officially say I've exited totally. Okay, sealing the strong gains that we had here. I know there's a big potential for this stock, but compared to the other stocks right now, this stock is moving a bit on the slow side. My average here was 0.93. I had so many exits, slowly locking in gains, right? But today it ended really good. I exited around the 109 point something here, 109.5 if I'm not mistaken. But check this out, last 5 minutes, I believe, last 15 minutes. See, I was just right at the area where it was um, hovering, right? And then there's a big volume. So this is really the moves of the institutions, right? And then the next day, what it will do is gap down and then stabilize, and then at the end, like last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it will jump again. See this? Ends on a high note and then opens very low, gap down, ends and then low again, ends on a high note, then I'm sure it will fill the gap again. So I exited, but very, very solid gains here because this is the highest volume in my port. Um, well, from an average of 0.93, let's say 0.93, I was able to exit 114 here, and then today 109, around that, and I had a lowest profit take around 106. That was my lowest the other day. Yeah, so 109. I think had 108 something here, and then 106, and then today 109 something. Okay, but point there is, goodbye video for now. If you will drop some more, probably back at the 90s level, then I'll go back to you. So that's it. But definitely, looks like this stock is starting to form a like cup and handle, right? See that? One up and here. So maybe it could move up there. So if you are into long-term investing, this could be a really good stock, but I just want my funds to grow faster. There's still a potential for this stock. So what you can do, I'm still plotting our support around the year 109 level, especially because that it respected this area, and it's starting to move higher just for this stock. But come to think of it, this is still within the PSEI, so we don't know the overall sentiment of the index yet. The index, I'm seeing a possible, continuation of sideways. OPM. Oh my goodness. What? Back to its true value. Short-lived gains. So you could be sitting at a possible support. 0.0145. That's an area. And especially because we had a flooring price here, then it could just probably recover sideways. So for those people who were able to catch it around this level, I'd say good catch for you. Because normally when you have something like this, then it will quickly recover. In fact, you're back at the normal level, so chances are it will just go sideways. Although, uh, one thing I don't like here is that, yes, true, today and in the previous days, the volume would be very high, but it could go back again to the very, very tiny, movements in a day. But this is the support I see. OV. OV, the same, maxed out, solid red, so it could go back to your MA20 line. Let me just put it here first, because you have your MA20 there. Okay, 0.0136. It could continue to go down back to its the usual range. So what I'm thinking is maybe do test buys around the 0.0136, and then once you have a confirmation of a bounce, then you add more. JFC, this stock, I was not able to exit, but this is starting to look not so good here. All right, so let us see, because right now this could be a possible support. There was multiple times this area was hit, and it was attempting to bounce. The candlestick right now is starting to also become smaller and smaller, so who knows, right? I'm not saying you enter right now, but I'm pegging this area as an area where you will potentially see some sideways before it goes up again. Okay, so I think the last one would be APX. Did I talk about APX? APX, not looking good at all. Starting to trigger the lower Bollinger Band, and we came from a constricted lower constricted Bollinger Band. So the chances of it triggering some more movements going down will still be there. I'm thinking that we have to plot the next support around this area, which was the area it was hit, because you have your resistance here, right? You have some resistance at that level, so we could be stabilizing first before we move up again. I hope it will just do that. But the sad thing is, it could do something like this continuation. We started triggering the lower band, then the next few days it continued downwards. So hopefully it will not do that. We'll deal with this a day at a time. But for now, I see this moving sideways first, the 161 area. Okay, so that is it for our episode today. Thank you guys for watching our video. Bye bye for now.